Chapter 15 Air Around Us. Let's begin. Air is all around us, it is necessary for us to live, yet we take it for granted, probably because we cannot see it. All living beings need air to breathe, plants also need air to carry on the process of photosynthesis. Air carries sound energy. If there were no air around us, we would not be able to hear sounds. Windmills are used to draw water from tube wells, and run flour mills also helps in the movement of sailing yachts, gliders, aeroplanes, and parachutes. It also helps in the flight of birds, insects, and bats. Plants use the air to disperse seeds and pollen of flowers. Composition of air. Air is like a big blanket or layer that surrounds the earth. This layer of air is called atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere, or air, is made of gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen, argon, neon, water vapor, and dust particles. The average composition of air by volume is nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%. Other gases like carbon dioxide, argon, helium, and water vapor 1%. The Earth's atmosphere is about 480 km thick, but most of the atmosphere is within 16 km of the Earth's surface. Air moves around the surface of the Earth all the time. Air in motion is called wind. Strong winds called storms can even uproot trees and blow off rooftops. A device called weathercock is used to find the direction of wind. There is no exact place where the air in the atmosphere ends. The higher we go, the less air there is. Mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders while climbing the mountains. Air is present everywhere around us. Air occupies space. It is present everywhere around us. Since air has no color, we cannot see it. One can always feel the presence of air around us. Since air occupies space, it is used to fill in things such as balloons, pillows, football bladders, tubes of vehicles, and swimming tubes. Air has pressure. Anything that has weight also exerts pressure. Since air has weight, it exerts pressure. Air exerts pressure equally in all directions. The pressure of air is called air pressure. The air pressure is the same inside and outside your body. The pressure of air in tires can hold up the weight of the vehicles. Respiration by organisms in soil and water. You know that living organisms live in water and in the soil also. All of them need oxygen for respiration. However, the organisms in water or in the soil have no access to air. How do they respire? As we know that oxygen is present dissolved in water. The water animals take in this dissolved oxygen with the help of their gills and use it for respiration. The organisms living under the soil, such as in the roots of a plant, respire by taking oxygen present in the soil. Some living organisms living under soil make deep burrow and holes in the soil through which the air reaches them for respiration. You must have seen that after rains, the earthworms come out of the soil. This is because the rainwater fills the burrows made by them. Thus, in order to respire, they come above the surface of the soil. Air is made up of nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas present in the Earth's atmosphere. It is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. Living things need nitrogen to make proteins, but most of them are not able to use it directly from the air like they use oxygen gas. It is necessary to convert nitrogen gas present in the air to a usable form by living organisms. The process of converting nitrogen from the air into nitrates is called nitrogen fixation. Some amount of nitrogen is fixed when lightning strikes. Most nitrogen fixation is done by particular types of bacteria known as nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Such bacteria live in the soil and in the root nodules of plants such as peas and beans. The nitrogen-rich substances fixed by the bacteria mix with the soil. Other plants absorb these substances along with water from the soil with the help of their roots. The nitrogen cycle describes how nitrogen moves between plants, animals, bacteria, the atmosphere, the air, and soil in the ground. Nitrogen is an important element to all life on Earth. How is the oxygen in the atmosphere replaced? Most living things use oxygen from the air to live. Plants also use oxygen. Plants produce oxygen and food during photosynthesis. They take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Air enters a plant through tiny pores on leaves called stomata. Most land animals obtain oxygen directly from the air, mainly with the help of lungs. The air we breathe in collects into the lungs. The oxygen from the air in the lungs is absorbed by the blood and is supplied to the whole body. Fish, frog and many other animals that live in water breathe oxygen that is dissolved in water. Plants are dependent on animals for carbon dioxide while animals are dependent on plants for oxygen. This helps in maintaining the oxygen levels in the atmospheres. All of these processes together make up the oxygen cycle. Oxygen is used to burn different things. Burning of things is called combustion. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is mainly produced due to respiration by plants and animals or burning of fuel. It occupies 0.038% of Earth's atmosphere. Its occupancy keeps on changing from one place to another in our atmosphere. Some carbon atoms are constantly moving around. This is because carbon atoms are used by all sorts of processes on our planet. Some of these processes release carbon into the atmosphere air and some absorb it. The carbon cycle is often very tied in with the oxygen cycle. Dust particles. Air also contains dust particles. If you observe rays of sunlight entering a room, you will see tiny dust particles floating in the air. Air contains particulate matter such as dust, pollen, and fibers. It can also have ash, coal, oil, petrol, and diesel particles from industries and automobiles. Fine hair and mucus present inside the nose act as a filter and prevent the dust particles from getting into the respiratory system. Due to this reason, breathing through mouth is not advised. Microorganisms. Air around us also carries a wide variety of microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Some of the microorganisms present in the air are not good for humans and cause many diseases in humans. Water vapors. We know that water present in oceans and rivers evaporates due to heat and escapes into air. Thus, water vapor is one of the components of the air. It occupies very less percentage of Earth's atmosphere. Plants also add water vapor into the air. The process through which plants release water vapor is called transpiration. Air pollution. It is the pollution of air by harmful gases such as sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide, smoke and dust. The major pollutants are carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, suspended particulate matter, and carbon monoxide. When these components mix with air, it causes acid rain. The acid rain is very harmful for living beings. Air pollution is usually caused by burning of fossil fuels such as petroleum and coal, burning of wood and cow dung cakes in homes, factories, vehicles and power plants. Polluted air affects living things the most. We breathe air all the time. Harmful substances when present in the air cause irritation of eyes, impaired vision and also cause breathing problems. Carbon monoxide affects the oxygen-absorbing capacity of the blood, thus affecting the whole body. Industries and motor vehicles also produce lead particles. Lead in the air causes liver and kidney damage and affects the mental health of children. Steps to control air pollution. We can control air pollution by checking the vehicles regularly for the release of harmful gases, planting more and more trees, recycling plastics and waste instead of burning them,